everyone, and welcome to Glory Roll, Geeks of Glory's first Dungeons & Dragons stream. I am your host, Rillian, and I will be the Dungeon Master for this group of characters who is making faces and signs at me behind the camera. And we'll get to them in just a second, but first we'd like to thank you all for coming and joining us on this epic adventure. This is a world of our own creation, and there are a few house rules that we play by. One that you really need to know as an audience is that the rules as printed in the books are guidelines. We've all agreed to this, and we all play with the rules a little bit just to make the story flow better. So if you see us doing something that you can't find in the player's handbook, there's a reason for it. Either way, let's get to the cast as a whole and introduce everybody. Starting on my left, we have Urist Dak Vagash. Vagush. I will get it right one of these days. As played by Epitaph. To the left of my left, and I'm gonna mess this one up. Temeraire is playing Ronan. And we'll introduce the characters a little bit more as we go along too. To my right, playing Emric Sidar. Don't call him Cedar.
Sidar.
We have Pemmel. And to the right of my right, you know her, you love her, it's Irini playing her character, Mistral. So when we last left off, our group of adventurers had journeyed to a town known as Fallows Watch. It is an industrialized city. We are playing in a steampunk setting. And there they made their way around, got a bath at the local bathhouse, went to the bar, met a quest contact, and ended up picking up 2 quests that were available for them. And they've decided to pursue the one. The 2 contracts that they were looking at was livestock going missing out at one of the local farming villages, and the other one was a merchant that seems to be dealing in very, very underpriced wares here in Fallows Watch. So where we left off was they had gone to explore what was going on with this merchant. Previously to them arriving in this town, they were in a coastal town where they were actually working for a mafia-like group known as the Silver Rain, which has come to rename itself as the Iron Rain as it has come under attack. They were forced to flee the city on the orders of the leader of the group, as he seemed to be terrified by what was going on in the city. Anything else you guys feel like needs to be added right now, or?
There are other hands at work here.
So it would seem.
Yeah.
So it would seem. This is a normal D&D session, guys. You guys can talk. Just giving a background here. Anyway. So, you guys have left the bar after having received your quest tokens from Sure. Or your quest cards. What did I call them? I came up with a name for them. Quest glass.
Yes.
They're little, what appear to be stained glass reliefs of, kind of symbolizing the quests that you have. The 2 that you have right now, for the missing livestock, shows a green field, showing different livestock on it. And the other one for the merchant one shows a set of scales that is currently unbalanced, with a stack of goods on the light side, a very large stack of goods on the light side, and a small stack of coins on the heavy side, showing the unbalance in price and goods here.
You said Greenfield
With livestock.
livestock. Okay. So we're picking up right when we pick these up, right?
You've just left, yes.
Okay.
And I know before that you guys had discussed it going and checking up the merchant, but if you guys want to change that plan, that's totally up to you.
That seems pretty fishy. I don't know. I think we should check them out.
Yeah, we're right here in town as well.
Okay. So you're going to proceed down to the market district of this town. And what do you do from there?
I mean, we gotta talk. We gotta just ask around, right, about this merchant. So I'm just gonna go up to like the first person I see.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna.
Well, I'll back you up here a little bit. It may benefit you to look a little bit more at those quest classes that you got.
Okay. Well, if I have one, then I'll look at it more closely and investigate it. How about I'll investigate it a little bit?
Okay. You notice that there's actually stuff moving on it. It's not just solid stained glass as it appeared at first.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I'll show it.
The scales
to
are actually
everybody.
moving a little bit.
Does it look like it's moving in response to something, or just kind of animated?
It seems to be kind of animated.
Talking about like Harry Potter, magic newspaper style.
Kind of, yeah. The metal frame around the border, if you actually look really closely at it, does have some engraved runes on it that are glowing lightly.
Of course. Yeah, so I'm just gonna... Oh, you know what? I think we should go to a market, or like just a merchant, and ask them rather than asking like a passerby.
Are we sure you want to look any closer at it, or is it we just meant to notice that it's moving?
It's up to you. I'll give you hints here and there, but I'm not going to solve this for you.
Well, here, I'll give you one if you want.
All right, I'll take a look at it with my dwarf eyes.
He's picking up a dice like he wants to roll.
I am going to roll.
You know, number one rule of D&D is never tell the DM
doing,
when you're going to roll.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. And it's a 1. It's not a. It wasn't a natural 1. It was a 2 with a -1 for my investigation. This looks to be glass to me.
But why is the sky on the ground and the ground on the sky? He's holding it upside down.
I never said I was going to get anything useful out of it. I just said I was going to look at it.
So your investigation has been useless here.
Well, I'll give the merchant one. Mistral, do you want to look at this? Or Ronan, do you want to look at this?
Okay.
And again,
That was a natural
18.
one.
We're starting off strong here.
we are getting all this out of the way.
Plus whatever.
Plus,
Investigation.
Investigation.
intelligence. It's a 20.
20. Okay. You guys are looking at the balanced scales one?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, you do notice we've got a geekling just off of the table here, and he's making wonderful noises. We need studio space. Anyway, you know what? Actually, this is the perfect time, because we've had 2 fails here. This is the perfect time to introduce a mechanic that we haven't used yet, but is going to be something we do here on this stream. So take 2, pass it down.
Oh no.
You guys each get 2 of these tokens. So these tokens,
We gotta look
if
at them?
you... Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
These tokens, if you've actually watched our streams before, I made them on stream. They're made out of pine branch that fell in our front yard, and I burned them myself, and burned myself while burning them. You know.
You can actually see on stream.
Yeah, you can actually see it on stream.
Is it a VOD?
Probably currently. I'm actually trying to download them all too, so I can upload them to YouTube. But the point of these tokens, the ruins are more or less just there for decoration. I wanted to have like a dwarvic type ruin. This is actually the Elder Farthik. For those people that are interested, it's the Elder Farthik rune set, but I'm using it in place of like the Dwarvish, just because I didn't have my D&D books out with me at the time. But the way these will work is if you get a roll that you don't like and you want to change fate in this game, you can turn one of these into me, and I will give you the chance to change your fate. That won't always work, because there are checks and balances in this. But this is kind of to replace the Dungeon Master inspiration. I want to be able to award them more often, and I want them to be more useful. As the players here know, you don't get just a standard set of dice, though, to re-roll with. You use my dice. You can't see what these are until they're actually... Well, until I use this black light on them. And then you can see what they are. So, I am going to pre-roll all these dice off to the side here. And unfortunately, we don't have a camera to show them. But at any time, a player can force a re-roll of either their dice, or, if it involves them, my dice. So if I'm rolling against you, and you don't like how I rolled, you can force me to use one of these. But there are balances and consequences. So, for those of you that got low rolls in there, if you want to try again, you have 2 tokens at your disposal.
How often do they refresh?
That's a good question. How often are you inspiring?
Ooh.
Oh, we got the first token getting turned in. All right. And yeah, so for the purpose of this game, the symbols don't mean anything. The runes don't. Just there for decoration.
They're very decorative.
Thank you. It caused me a lot of pain to get them. Anyway, roll a d4.
Okay.
Time for truth and consequences.
It's a 1.
It's a 1? All right. You're wanting to replace a d20 roll? Okay. Where's the d20? It's a 9.
That's better than the 1.
And now I reroll the d20 so we don't reuse the same one. There we go.
So it's a 12.
It's a 12. Okay. So the two of you, as you're looking at it, you do notice the scale shifting, and even the loads on the scale moving slightly. The weight of the coin should not be outweighing the stack of heavy boxes that's on the other side. Mm-hmm. You also notice that there's a bit of a rippling effect to it, like there might be more here. You don't see anything additional. You actually do see some more. You know that there is buried in here the location that you need to go to. It gives you a little bit more details about the quest. The bad part is, you have to ask.
Oh. The card?
Yes.
Okay.
And being you're the one party member that can't just ask, she's a Kenku. He's a Kenku.
Do you like show us what you see or anything like that? Or?
I could bite you.
Tom! Ah!
Can I
Pantomime.
use nonverbal cues to hint to someone?
Sure,
with
show us how
the
you do it.
card? Ronan picks up the card and nudges the other party members with it. Will that do anything?
Yeah. What are you showing us? What do you want us to see? I'll take it. I'll take it and look more closely at it, because I didn't really before. I just saw that they were moving, and actually kind of study it. What are you trying to show me? And I'll look at it, and kind of.
What do you see, boy? Jimmy's in the well.
Yeah, and see if I can look more closely at it.
Okay.
I didn't do an investigation roll, or if I don't have to roll.
Whose phone is that going off?
Not mine.
All right. Can you hand me Uranus? It's probably hers. Talk about the one culprit you would expect not to have to do this to.
Mine is on silent.
You can try to pantomime it. Use your skills.
Ronan picks up a stick, draws 2 points in the ground, tries to draw a line between them, points his beak at the card, looks at you guys, as frustrated looking as a crow could look.
Line of cards.
You're not doing your accent anymore?
Well, it looks like I'm trying to tell us a line of cards, sir.
There's a
Something or other.
point A and point B. Yeah. You gotta go from one to the next. Go one to the other. Yeah.
This would be more entertaining if I left you guys not knowing what I told her about the card.
But funny thing is, she can like perfectly mimic the sound from Family Feud when you go. That's the wrong answer.
Yeah.
I never watched Family
One going from one to another. I'm just gonna look at it closer.
Okay. Do you want to give me an investigation? I don't think you did that yet.
I haven't done that yet. No. I've seen
And
it.
we'll say you have advantage because you know there's something else there.
Oh boy.
Dope.
Okay.
21.
Okay. So you gathered the same kind of thing now, and you're pretty sure there's something more to this card. There's magic to it. It has more to tell you.
Oh, it has more to tell us.
Oh, why didn't you say so?
Kind of looks like maybe. What more is it? What more is it trying to tell us? I'm just gonna talk to it. I'm just gonna talk to it and say, where is the merchant?
Suddenly on it, it almost changes into a kind of display, and it lists out the name. Hold on, I got it here. Melvin's General Store, Merchant District, Fallow's Watch.
Okay.
And then the text fades, and you're actually looking through almost like a smoky glass, and you can see a green line trace on the dirt ahead of you.
Followers watch.
Fallow's Watch. That's the time.
That's the town we're in.
Yep. Okay. I brain fart there. Okay. And then you said a green line appears?
Yeah, like you're looking at it like this, and suddenly it's showing a green streak leading off from you.
It's like that video.
Physically on the ground.
As you're looking through the glass, you can see it.
Oh, okay.
It's like AR.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like augmented reality basically here.
Yeah, look through the little glass.
Now, as you pan it around, you see a line traced along the streets.
Okay.
That's some
Hey.
nifty magic.
Okay, guys. So this
Steampunk worlds, I can play with it a little bit more.
so this quest glass, I asked it a question, and it showed me. Well, it gave me a name. It gave me a name. Melvin's General Store. You don't see it anymore, but it said it, and it's showing me a green line of how to get there. So let's go. And I'm gonna lead the group.
Okay.
I'm following the green line.
Ask it.
Basically, kind of like someone on their cell phone. You know, like
You should
distracted walking. It's distracted walking.
You should ask it what times Big V's magic Chipotle closes.
I'm not gonna do that.
You know, see, I also have these to throw at players.
Very aerodynamic.
They fly
But that
better
also
than
means
the-
I get another point.
Well, there you go.
See, all I need to do is either be inspirational or else just annoy you.
Because you get annoying me too much. There's a reason I'm carrying a metal mug today.
Well, that means you also have to drink all of it first. So I'm safe until then.
Oh boy.
You know what my previous profession was, right?
Yes.
I'm a sailor.
Yes, I want to kind of follow the, and I won't be that distracted because I'm pretty aware of my surroundings. So I'll,
Sure
He
you are.
says that.
do like that.
Okay.
Like a
Put
narrow,
it in your pocket.
Yeah. So, Arini, I spoke to the quest glass. I said, "Where is the merchant?" and then a name came on a name appeared on the glass, and it's kind of showing me a green path to follow.
A name and all the Yelp reviews.
You guys basically have a GPS to this one location.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So I'm leading the way, distracted walking, but I am aware of my surroundings.
So with this, you're able to find your way, no problem, straight up to Melvin's General Store. When you get outside, it is a fairly well-appointed looking store. You're in one of... I described this before as an industrial town to you guys, and this is one of those shops that is crammed right up next to other shops. There's apartments above it type. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You're just making all kinds of faces here. This is not fair when you're off camera. People think I'm crazy here.
Well, unrelated.
Be that as it may.
Fair enough. But anyway, you guys have thrown me all off. But it's a brick storefront. You can see in the window there's your normal selection of just general goods. It looks like this guy's pretty much a catch-all. If you're looking for something, chances are he might have it.
Does he have a snappy slogan on the front of those?
Nope, it just says
store?
Melvin's General Store.
Oh, well, we got improvements for him.
Okay, so before I'm gonna stop at like out front before we go in, and gather everyone. Okay, so this is the store. Do we all want to go in? Do some of us want to go in? How are we gonna approach this? Is it so? We're looking at the storefront. Are there alleyways on either side of
No,
it?
this
or-
one's pressed up solid against other buildings.
Okay. Is there anything above it? Like, is it
Apartments.
one
Apartments.
Apartments. Okay.
Clearly, somebody wasn't listening to the description here.
Did you just say all this?
Yeah, he
Yes.
said all
Oh
that.
my gosh. Okay. I was taking notes of not that, I guess.
Somebody's got a camera pointed at him. It's making him nervous.
Are there signs that say no birds or dwarves allowed?
Well, what? Why would it be dwarves? Dwarves
Well,
very
we-
respectable. Dwarves are very respectable people.
Let's see.
He says as he's got bows hanging in his hair from his time at the bathhouse.
They look very nice.
So,
What
Somebody
color
may
are
have had him
Are they pink?
Yes,
spruced
I'm
up.
Oh, excellent. They really bring out my eyes.
The bloodshot in your eyes.
From the hangover.
Dwarves don't get hangovers.
When you drink as much as I do, you do.
And who are you talking to right now?
It's still a little.
General description.
He's just arguing with the air.
Not uncommon.
so Mistral, I kind of think maybe you should go in and talk to the store owner. You're pretty.
You're the cleanest looking of us. Hey, you're the most put together of us.
You might be able to get something from him just talking to him.
What are you trying to say?
She's. I don't know. I speak to pretty ladies, so I'll go in too if you want, but I don't know. It is. We can all go in. I'm just trying to.
I'm walking in.
That's fine.
I'm going inside.
The name of this is Melvin's?
Yes, Melvin's General Goods.
Good.
General Store. Sorry. Yep, General Store. Dealing in general goods, you know.
Does the door swing open, out or in?
Or no, in.
All right.
Outside doors swing in.
All right. I'll swing that door in.
He's going. So
Fair enough.
Okay.
I guess we're all going.
I'm in.
Welcome to the general store. Inside you see, outside it was brick. Inside it's wood timbers inside.
I'm not gonna go in yet,
Okay.
but I'm gonna let other
Strategically
people go in.
wait to not.
Fine,
be
then you
associated
plug
with
your ears because you're not hearing the description until later.
Okay.
Actually, don't.
I can hear it. I'll hear it now, and then you don't have to repeat it. Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. You got this. You're the DM. So.
Thank
got
you.
it.
You got this. You're the DM.
He's the one guy who can like magically have lightning hit you whenever.
I've dropped pianos on players before and I mouthed off.
You drop dragons on people.
Yeah.
I may or may not have had a player give a rectal exam to a blue dragon.
Oh.
Not willingly either. Don't mess with the TM.
All right, so what do I see inside the store? Wood timbers,
Yes, it's wooden
General
framing
goods.
inside.
general
And-
general goods.
It's one of those older types of stores though that there aren't a lot of things placed out front for you to browse through. There's a few things, but most of it is behind the counter. You'd go up and talk to whoever runs the store, and you would place an order, and they would assemble it for you. So it's that kind of store. There, like I said, there are some of the cheaper goods out front, some just standard things that move quickly that you can look at, but most of it's behind the counter.
Why this not be what I was expecting? Do I see the proprietor of this establishment?
As you look, you do actually see someone standing behind the bar there. He looks up as he hears you burst in.
Oi, where'd be your military goods?
Military goods?
Aye, this be a general store, isn't it? Fit for a general?
I think you have the wrong place. You look, and this is a what you know as a loxodon. He's actually an elephant-type character. You see him. He's in a fairly plain dress, brown apron, dark pants. He's got black vest on, a little bow tie, armband around one arm.
Aye, but I come in here thinking I be outfitting a general, and I see cookies and snacks and
Indeed.
and leathers and where be the metal and the iron?
If you're looking for things like that, I might suggest down on Smith's Lane, where you'll find the armor smiths and the blade smiths.
Aye, but then you be changing your name, or I'll be back and I'll be looking for general stuff.
I do stock general goods. Generally, this
But
is
where
what people
then where they
want.
be?
Generally, people want cookies.
But do generals?
I have not met a general yet that refused a cookie.
That'd be a good argument you make. All right, I'll look around. I'll see what you got.
Indeed. Let me know how I can help.
I start looking around.
Okay.
I'm out.
Are you
I'm
guys
outside.
following me in here? Or
I'm
am
in here.
Lone
I
Ranger.
can't see anything but cookies.
Ah, little one, do you want a cookie?
Cookies.
Just pick one out and bring it out to the counter. And how may I assist you, madam? He says, turning to the elfish-looking... You're half elf, half genasi, right? Okay, that you're giving me a quizzical look. It's like this whole time I pictured you with short, pointy ears. And,
Yeah, short tips.
yeah,
And I'm blue.
yes,
So
because
that's
you're
a thing.
part
Yeah,
of your
yeah,
genasi.
I guess I'm browsing his goods. You said there's cookies?
He said there's cookies and alternative.
Suddenly his whole store is full of cookies.
So it's a bakery. It's not a
Yeah,
general goods
exactly.
store.
He has a mild selection of things out front. On the counter there, he does have a small bakery section, baked goods.
Prepackaged.
No.
Behind a little glass thing. You know.
Sneeze guard.
But like I said, it's one of those stores that you would come in and you'd order from the proprietor pretty much anything you want. It's behind there. He'll make you up a box or a bag and then give that to you.
Okay. Sorry.
Order up.
Breaking shit.
Talk about bull in a china shop.
Not intentional.
Elephant and elephant shop.
Are there like clothing items? I would imagine, right?
Yes, he's got a small selection out where you can browse through it and look at the varieties and stuff. I think this would be like what we deal with shoes around here, where you'd find like a set out and then you could ask them, "Hey, do you have my size?"
Right. What time of year is it? You said it's second summer?
Late in second summer. The calendar here is a little weird. This actually gives me a great time to talk about it. The calendar here is a little weird because there's actually 2 suns in the sky, and the orbit path of the planet around them dictates different seasons, and I can get into that some other time. But this is called second summer, and it is the I've got to look back over my notes, but I do believe it is the hotter of the 2 summers.
So, you might have done this already, but it might be worth reminding everybody why we're investigating this particular shop.
I did, yeah. It's because he's selling. What's that?
These folks.
Them? Yeah. I mentioned it as we were getting going. At least
Well,
I thought it did.
I mean, sometimes apartments get washed under, you know.
Supposedly, this merchant, as you found out, Melvin, is underselling it drastically, undercut prices. So the local merchants are having a bit of a stir about it, and they want him investigated, ousted, something, because clearly he can't be dealing legally.
That's right.
Okay. Okay. Is there anything I can help you find?
Just browsing at the moment.
Take your time. I will be here all day.
Meanwhile, I found my way into the pots and pans. This seems to be a good one. But maybe this one fit better.
Sir, those are for cooking.
Oh, cooking what? This is... Maybe a small bird.
Is there a front window?
Yes.
Can I have been watching all of this through
Sure.
the front window?
Yeah,
That was-
the front of it's got the like the 2 big glass windows, and he's got displays set up.
Okay, I'm not like I'm not like looking at it like this, but just like kind of.
He's got his breath like
and,
on the window.
Drawing smiley faces.
Yeah.
I'd like to like investigate what's on the counters and in the glass and whatnot. If I can, like just observe closely to see if maybe they're like a faulty quality or whatnot.
Roll for it.
Yeah, I'm also checking out like all like the metalware and stuff like that.
Okay.
Oh, natural 20.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta get that one on here too. Okay, what did you get?
16.
16. We'll start with you. So the pots, for the most part, look fine.
Normal.
Yeah, they look a little. Some of them look a little scuffed up. Maybe that could have been due to shipping. It could have been due to use at some point. It's kind of hard to tell. I'm actually going to write you a note here.
Oh,
Or
I
no.
got special
Oh
notes.
boy.
Can I get around to you?
No, you can't.
You could fold the paper and pass it over.
Yeah, that's what it's going to have to happen. So we are going to have a note passing system here, mostly because of the crampedness of our studio. Also because if they do something they don't want the rest of the party to know, I still need to know. So
In the meantime, a jig.
yeah, what are you doing out there?
Well, I wanted to see what everyone else did first.
Or maybe another part to talk to about is what we're doing after here. After this session tonight. Yeah.
Oh, you want me to plug? Okay, sure.
That gives me a second.
It's like after we leave the store.
Okay, well, yeah, so tonight after the session, Epitaph and I will be doing a dry run, doing a test of a new show that we may be airing on Geeks of Glory. It's going to be called Boredom, and it's exactly like it sounds. We're gonna be playing board games, and
That's B-O-R-A-R-D and then D-U-M.
yeah, boredom.
Yeah.
So you can expect board games and dumbness. Yeah. So this is a new thing, but we're gonna try it out, see how it goes. And that's my plug.
Wow, I
No,
can't.
Stay tuned. For more
Keep going. Keep going.
to come.
No, I'm coming around. I'll go the long way.
well, did you say what we're playing?
Well, does it matter?
No,
it's
just a dry run.
for preview.
Yeah, it's not gonna be.
Preview.
It's not gonna be
Sneak
shown.
So it's a preview, a sneak preview.
Well, I guess
for-
we could tell them what kind of games they can expect, maybe,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Okay, for instance, tonight we'll be playing a game called Exploding Kittens. Not as violent as it sounds. But you can expect games like Pandemic
Mm.
or Smash Up.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe The Settlers of Catan. Although that'll be if Epitaph isn't here.
I'll play it.
He hates that game, but or party games like.
We should get that Tokyo Highway.
Yeah, that was a fun game that we played the other day.
Okay.
Or party games like ones that I can't think of right now.
What do you mean, Cards Against Humanity?
Sure, yeah. Or I have a Bob Ross game, which I haven't played it yet, but it looks fun. It involves doodles and drawings and things like that.
And happy little birds.
Happy mistakes, happy trees, all of that stuff. Yeah. So more to come on that.
Yep. How we doing? We good?
Yeah, we're good.
All right.
So yeah, that'll probably be it'll be a live stream, so you guys will be airing Saturday nights.
Yeah.
Probably already airing by the time this goes up, but check them out Saturday nights.
Stay tuned.
Anyway, go for it. Whatever you're doing next, or what you're doing outside, if you're going to come busting in at this point.
Yeah, sure. I'll stroll in. Cool Common Collective. And yeah. So if I stroll in, does he greet me? Do I already know the description, so I assume I see all that. And then these other hooligans doing all sorts of shenanigans.
Irina, you're looking puzzled. I took it because you'd left it on vibrate and it was going off on the end of the table.
Oh.
So I silenced it.
Sorry.
Anyway, as you come in, little bell jingles behind the door. And yes, Melvin at this point is looking around. Hello, sir. Welcome. Let me know if there's anything I can help you with.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. I'll kind of walk straight up to the counter. Melvin, I presume.
Yes.
Nice to meet you. I am Emmerich.
A pleasure.
And I'm looking for a few things. If maybe you can help me out here. Do you have any, health potions or things to revitalize someone?
I'm sure I have a couple of them. You still have my player's handbook down there.
You don't need that.
Yes, I do.
Oh, there's this one here too.
That's hers.
50 each, right?
That's what I'm looking up. I don't remember.
Maybe I don't know.
Either that or I gotta look in the Dungeon Master's Guide. I don't remember where they're listed.
Stim pack, 15 caps.
If only.
Yeah. Aha. Nope, wait, that's
Take a few jets.
food, drink, and lodging.
Barbarian.
That doesn't help. Trinkets. It's not in here. Dungeon Master's Guide. Anyway, so you're looking You were looking for some health potions?
Or of the sort, yes. Something, fit for an adventurer.
I see. Let me take a look in the back and see what I have.
Do you want to wait till I give you all the things that I'm looking for?
Oh, sure. What else would you like?
Maybe a quiver of arrows. If you have something of the sort.
I don't have prices. I should have them someplace. How many arrows would you be looking for in a quiver?
I don't know, 20 maybe.
Yeah.
20, depending on how many you have, yeah.
I shall see what I have. Anything else?
General rations?
Oh, they don't have any general things here. Only normal people stuff.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Normal rations, maybe.
Indeed. How many would you like?
Well, I'm just inquiring right now. I don't have any particular amount in mind yet.
All right. I will see what I have. And he will proceed off into the back. And this is where I bring up D&D Beyond and look up potion prices. Because...
I probably could have given you like a heads up, but
yeah, you probably could have.
That's what the notes are for.
yeah, I suppose.
No, that's fine. Well, while that's loading...
So he's in the back now. I'm going to gesture for Emmerich to come over where I'm standing.
Yeah, I'll go over.
I'm pointing out what you told me
Okay.
to him.
Okay. You can feel free to tell him then.
What do I see?
What's your elf eyes see?
No, human. Human eyes.
Should I just say it out loud? Do I need to write it down? What do I need to do?
No, I mean, you can go ahead and share it.
Okay. Well, I'm looking at clothing here, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's hair on articles of clothing.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I don't believe this elephant man has nice long blonde hair.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also embroidered name on one of the articles of clothing that was not a maker's mark. So, therefore, it was
Like it was stolen.
possibly, or maybe grave robbed.
Oh. Okay.
Obviously, there's some person's name
Mhm.
clothing. This was
Mhm.
personalized. I
Mhm.
imagine it was not intended to be sold.
What do we have? Do we know the name of the?
I don't have a name. Probably up to the end. Is there a name on the article of clothing?
Yes, there is. That it's embroidered right there.
Yes.
I'm getting no search results. Crap, my Xanathar's upstairs. I didn't expect somebody to roll a critical on this one, so. Fantasy name generator save? No.
Game Master's Folly.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good name.
You're just okay. Sorry, Geekling's screaming now and it's distracting me. So it looks to be like a man's shirt that you found,
Okay.
the embroidery on,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the name. Let's see. Let's go with. I really wish I had that book around me right now. It's got a list.
Baba Ganoush.
Sure, Baba Ganoush. No.
Walter?
It's just the last name, Steadfast, embroidered on it. We'll go with that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try to make it back to the counter before Melvin comes back. So like I'll look at it like, yeah, cool. Yeah.
About that time, Melvin's going to come back with an armload of stuff, and he's going to set it down on the counter. Unfortunately, good sir, it does not appear I have any potions in stock today. If you want to leave an order for it, though, I could have it for you in a day or two.
Yeah, I mean, I think 2 or 3 would be enough.
Okay.
Let's go with 3, just to be safe.
And just
You can never have too many potions.
general healing potions?
Yes.
Indeed. I shall put in an order for that. He makes a little note on a sheet. And I will... where do you live, sir, or where are you staying in town, so that I may send a note when they have arrived?
Well, I'll just come back when in a couple days.
Understood. I should do that. He just makes a little note on it. As far as everything else, I do have some general trail rations here, consisting of your normal dried meats, breads, and such. That I have, and a quiver of arrows, as you requested. And was there anything else that I could get for you?
No, I think I'm pretty steadfast right now. When I say that, do I notice anything? On his expressions or anything like that?
You notice him get a little flustered at that, but he. All right then. Let's see. Your total will come to items. Oh. Found the potion of healing price. Good to know for later.
Yay!
Let's see. Arrows. You're not going to give me them, are you? There's got to be arrows. There we go.
That's gotta be something, right? Yeah.
So for the arrows, that will be 1 gold piece. For the quiver and for the rations, how many days worth would you like?
Let's call it 5.
5.
3. How about 3? Let's go with 3. 3.
3. That would be then 15 silver pieces. So that comes up to
15 each?
no.
Oh.
For the 3.
Okay.
5 silver pieces each. So that would then be 3 gold pieces and 5.
Yeah.
You're right. Oh no, actually, I'm sorry. I forget who you're buying from. Let's see. Going rate on that would be 2 gold pieces and 5. But price for you today at Melvin's Goods, it will simply be 1 gold piece.
1 gold piece.
Yes,
That is a deal.
indeed. I always strive to give my customers the best of deals.
How are you able to give such cheap prices?
Now that would be telling a trade secret. There are many of my competitors that would outbid me if they knew how.
I'm sure they would, yeah. I'm surprised you're able to stay in business with the prices like that and stay steadfast.
Indeed, it is difficult if you do not have the right connections. And I am afraid that my prices may not always be able to stay at this rate. But I hope to carve myself a good niche here first, and then resume more normal prices. But I always hope to be a place of good discounts and fine wares.
Well, I hate to make you feel like how do I want to say this? This is out of character. How do I want to say this? Okay. Well. Okay. Well. Thank you for letting me know the prices, and I will try to come back later today with the money to buy it. I unfortunately left my wallet at where I'm staying.
Well, that is unfortunate. I will lay these by then for you, and on your return, they shall be ready. Or you may pick them up when you pick up your healing potions.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's do that. Let's
Indeed.
do that. Yeah. I will be back in a couple of days.
Indeed. I shall shove them over here for you, except for the rations, because we want to get you fresh ones.
Melvin, you are something else.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna just leave, I guess,
Okay.
and wait outside for.
Okay.
So, can I? Sorry, I don't want to.
No, it's fine.
Did during the whole interaction, like I said, the steadfast name a couple times, or was I able to pick up anything from? Did he genuinely seem like he just wants to give good prices and be a good merchant?
Give me an insight check.
Five.
Do you want to tempt fate? You've got
Statistically,
two.
it would be a good idea.
I do have two of them. I'm really bad at hoarding things like this, though.
Limited resources, I know.
Uh-huh.
That's why I wanted to do something like this. It was a little bit more forgiving than just the DM's inspiration.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a good idea because it reminds you have that option versus
Right.
oh, I totally forgot.
Yeah. And I have to decide before I get the answer right. That's probably how that would work. That's fair.
And I'm forgetting the description on it too. The as you were proceeding out the airlock.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I keep forgetting to do that.
Yeah.
Don't play in this campaign very often.
Do you want to tell people why there's an airlock? Or?
Well, it's a steampunk setting in an industrial city like this. The air is heavily polluted. Technology is still fairly new in this world, but it's been around long enough to really taint near the big metropolises.
Very sooty.
A little worse than that, as you may find.
It's probably a good idea because this is the whole thing. Yeah, I'll use the thing.
Okay, roll me a d4.
2.
All right. With that, you're taking the d20.
That's the roll that I'm challenging. Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
What is it?
Okay, let's see if I can get over this monitor here. Get to you. All right, there we go.
Whispers. Guys, it's secret time.
How are you guys doing?
Oh, wonderful.
Enjoying your time at Melville's?
Mhm.
Or
Melvin's.
Melvin's?
Mhm.
Yeah, so
I'm thinking of purchasing
Okay.
some quite
Okay.
lovely
Um,
goods here
Good.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
for a
Something.
very cheap price.
Was it? Okay. Yeah.
Shopping.
Okay. I'm gonna. Yeah. Then I'll leave at the airlock and
Okay.
wait for. I go across the street, so I'm not just standing in front of the store that I was just in, but wait for everyone else.
Wait for your Uber.
Yeah.
Old Uber.
Okay. Everybody else?
I'll come through a clothing rack with like stuff draped over me. Oh, I can't find anything wrong with any of these goods. They all seem fantastic and the prices are exceptional. Talking to them.
You kind of get Melvin leaning around the corner. I am glad my wares please you, sir.
I have crumbs all over me.
For the cookies.
You will have to pay for those. You can pay, yes?
The one article of clothing I was looking at, I'm going to gesture Melvin, see if he can come in. Can I bring it to him, or is it like in a case?
No, it's it's on a hanger.
Of what quality would you say it is?
It's decent quality. It's probably either a lower merchant or an upper working man. Finer quality type for a working man, but not quite high quality stuff.
Sure. As far as size goes, what size does it look to be? Does it look like it could fit Emmerich, or does it look like it could fit like little one? Is it dwarven size? Is it
No,
humanoid?
it looks probably yeah, it could probably fit Emmerich. It might be a little short, but that would be the only
Belly shirt.
there you go. Crop top.
Yeah.
Very in.
Just because that's your style right now.
And it's of decent quality. It's not like velveting or anything like that. Just like a linen of some sort.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to bring it up to him and say, I'd like to purchase this as a gift. Can you wrap it?
Indeed I can. Did you have a specific color for wrapping? And he actually grabs like a drawer next to him and pulls it out, and there's actually rolls of what look like fairly decent wrapping paper.
Do you have something in a royal blue?
I believe that I do. And he kind of crouches down a little bit, which is something for a guy his size. You've seen some Loxodon before. This guy does seem even a little bit big for a Loxodon. A little bit taller, a little bit huskier build. And that's saying something for a Loxodon. So for him to be bending down like this, it's a little bit of a show, you know. He getting down there and pulls off a nice little sheet. And,
Is he sitting on a tiny stool?
if you want to go up to the counter and look what he'd been sitting on previously, at this point he's moving around, so he's up off of whatever he may have been sitting on. But yeah, he starts wrapping it up very deftly too. There's no misstep in it. He moves very smoothly, very cleanly. Like I said, he seems fairly big, but he seems to know what he's doing as far as working with wares and with his hands and stuff like this. He ties it up for you with a nice little bow. Hands it over. That will be... He seems to be doing some figures in his head. Let's call it 5 silver pieces. And he takes that, puts it into his register. He's got one of the old style. Could have been a casino slot machine type thing at the time, you know. And he writes up a little receipt for you.
Thank you, good sir. And I take my leave, leaving these two kind of in the store alone.
At this point, he's moving over to deal with the crow pecking at his baked goods.
Yeah.
Let's see. You had the... And he seems to be doing figures in his head again. Let's call it 3 silver pieces.
I'm gonna give him 1 gold piece because I don't have any silver pieces.
He'll go ahead and make you change.
Okay.
So it's 10 gold or 10 silver pieces per gold piece.
Okay.
So he hands you 7 back. There you go. And he picks up another cookie and a bit of tissue. One for the road.
Nice.
Yeah, I hear. we'll take a break here in a couple minutes. Trying to see. We've almost been going for an hour. All right, and
After some more inspection, I'll take the pot.
okay, what kind of pot did you grab?
Cast iron, like kind of campfire pot.
Okay, so like a Dutch oven type with a lid.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, very fine. I do have tripods for this as well, if you would like. It makes cooking on the fire easier.
I'll just toss it right on the fire. It's fine.
Ah, indeed. Yes, you can also put the coals on the lid. It does very well. Let us see. That would normally run you. Let's see, and we'll call it 7 silver pieces.
Now that is a deal I can get behind.
Ah, yes.
Give you a gold piece.
All right, I'll go ahead and break it. Just because what you have on your sheet is listed as only gold pieces, it could be any denomination.
Okay.
I usually work with a very fluid coin purse like that, unless I've specifically told you you have platinum pieces, because those are going to be hard to move, or you have...
Electrum pieces.
I generally don't deal with electrum because that's just too confusing. We may, but I generally just... A lot of times the treasures and things like this, if you look at any pre-built encounters or anything, just list, you get an amount of gold or money equaling this.
Some amount of gold.
So that makes it difficult. But anyway, I think as you guys are exiting the store, it is a good time for us to take a quick break. All right, welcome back, everybody. We took a nice little break. We got our sound engineer in place. You good? All right. So if you hear strange sound effects, that's probably why. Exactly. Okay, so as we were leaving off, you guys were all exiting the store, I believe?
Mm-hmm. I exited first.
Yes.
Well ahead of everyone else.
Yes. We got that.
Yeah.
Did I find him once I left?
Yes, he's standing across the street at the overstand.
I left. I've got a cookie in my doggy bag. I'm good to go.
Yeah, as they come out, I'll, wave them over. So, did you guys all get stuff for really cheap?
Mm-hmm.
Suspiciously cheap.
Yeah. Well, I didn't buy anything, but I got prices for things, and yeah, they were all very, very cheap. Mistral, do you want to show everyone what you found?
A little package with a nice little bow on it.
Do you hand it to me? Or?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll start opening it. Thank you. Whereabouts does it go?
No, it's pretty close to fitting. If anything, it's just like that one shirt that you've worn for years. It's like an inch or two, maybe uncomfortably short, but it would work.
Okay.
You're just a little bit taller than the previous owner.
Where is it inscribed? Like, embroidered?
On the collar.
Oh,
Inside the
collar.
collar.
Inside?
Yes. Yeah, like it was a laundry tag type thing to make sure it got back to the right person.
Oh, okay.
My notes are falling.
Okay.
Ignore the random sound effects.
I have an idea. I'm gonna take my take the quest glass and look at it and say, who is steadfast? What is steadfast?
No reaction.
When is steadfast? Where is steadfast? How is steadfast?
Why is steadfast?
Why is steadfast? Nothing. Okay. All right.
It seems to be programmed for very specific, probably limited information.
This is before the internet.
Yeah. Pre-recorded things, basically. All right. Okay. So what do we do now with the information
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just picked
Well,
one.
the only clue that we have is a shirt with someone's name on it.
Mm-hmm.
Probably ask around. Know anybody steadfast?
Okay. Do you think we should come back at night and try to, look at the place when no one's in there?
Well, he mentioned to you that he'll have to place an order for your health potions. I think maybe we stake out the place for a few nights and see where his orders come from.
That's a good idea. Okay, so in the meantime, should we see about the steadfast character?
Yeah, I think that would be a good starting point.
Oh yeah, and I think we should start at the tavern. I'm mighty thirsty.
I'd say it's not a bad idea. Alright, we'll make our way back to the tavern then.
Okay.
Do we know where? We remember where it is, right? Because we came from it, basically. We're going back to the evil boot.
The evil boot, where you got this quest to begin with.
Okay. Yeah.
I forgot, is that the place with Clara?
Yes.
Okay. They had seen anyone or catered to anyone that night.
Okay. Okay, sure. We'll get back to what are the other three of you doing?
Is Sheriff still there, or is he gone?
He's gone.
Okay, I figured.
The time that you come in, he's not there.
I
He's
wanna.
a regular. He doesn't live there.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of want to do the same, but to the bartender.
Okay.
I'm ready at the bar. Got an ale.
Okay.
Ronan is just ambling behind everybody else for the entertainment.
Hippie
Yeah.
hopping.
I
Hopping around.
don't think he drinks.
Fair enough. Okay. So you're asking the staff there. So ask the staff there.
Okay. Sorry, I have popcorn in my mouth.
That's fine.
That's a good idea, actually.
I guess waitresses or this isn't like another like brothel or anything.
No.
It's just like a bar, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure there's waitresses and staff of some sort. So yeah, barmaid. Asking a barmaid.
Okay.
Have you had any clientele of the name Steadfast, or does that name ring a bell at all?
So the waitress that you stopped is looking a little bit. You coming from the kind of establishment that you did, you know, when everything's in place, when everything's in order, you see just enough out of place with this waitress to tell that she's in kind of a hurry. Tonight seems to be a busy night. So she stops for a minute and thanks, but seems to be slightly flustered. I'm not sure. I don't exactly keep a log of who I serve, but the name does not sound familiar.
Okay.
Can I get you anything to drink? Or tea?
I can't remember the name of the drink that the gentleman named.
Did I get it for you last night?
Yes.
I'll see if they remember what it was.
Thank you. And I give her 2 silver.
Okay. Mark that off your character sheet. Sure, we don't have to get that for you. You
Yeah.
build it up to the bar at this point.
Mm-hmm. Do I remember the bartender's name? Does the bartender have a name that I got last time? I didn't write it down yet.
Yeah, I don't have it either, so.
Geraldo.
We keep great notes.
That's for all.
Was it Leonard? Oh, it wasn't
Leonard Nimoy.
No, Skinner.
Anyway, I'll wave him down since I can't remember his name at this time.
Okay.
I choose to believe it's Leonard Nimoy at the bar.
You used to believe wrongly. But you're drunk dwarf, so who
It
cares?
doesn't matter, yeah.
Is it evening, afternoon?
Based on everything you guys have done today, it's probably afternoon. You're probably looking at the lunchtime crowd right now.
Okay.
So it's actually different staff than what you dealt with last night.
Okay. Gotcha. Good afternoon. I'm wondering if the name Steadfast rings any bells for you. Is it a common name? Is it someone?
I mean, it's a common enough name in the region, but I can't place my name on anyone in the city with that name or any patron here. Why? Do you have a quarrel with him or something?
Just looking for him. No quarrel. I'm a friend of his. So.
Well, if they're anywhere in the city, you'll probably want to go to the city registry. They would have a list of anyone living in the city.
Of course. Yeah. I should have known to do that. Thank you. Appreciate it. That's it. Yeah.
Can I get you anything to drink?
Just water for right now.
Okay. Anything to eat?
I'm good right now. Thank
Okay.
you.
Of course, you get a glass of water.
Wait, I actually get water. Thank you.
Of course. Let me know if there's anything else. Now move off to serve other customers. See, I don't even have to put bar noises on. Just.
So if after that, I'm gonna go to the closest one in my party who I can see.
It'd probably be one of the two of them.
Okay. Hey guys, I think we should go to the registry. That's probably where they have a list of names of people. The bartender just reminded me that that's the thing. So.
Names.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, I overheard. Yeah, that better be in at City Hall. I'd be thinking.
It's very astute of you. Yes.
Just getting me a few more drinks.
I like how you barely touched one and you're at this point already intoxicated.
No, I've had a few already.
You've had like 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'm a fast worker.
Okay.
I'll flag down Mystical also to get her attention and tell her to come over.
Okay.
So spoke to the bartender, and we should probably go to the registry if we wanna find out any information about this person. Did you find anything? Okay. Neither did. Okay.
Thanks.
Should we just go? We don't need to eat, right? Food's overrated.
Who needs food nowadays?
Okay, so finish your drink and we'll head to the registry. Do we know where we don't know where the registry is, do we? Okay, I'll wave down the same bartender again. And does he come? Where is the registry per chance?
He goes ahead and gives you directions. I'm not going to do it, but street by street, he gives you directions to head over here and take this turn, that, and anyway.
Thank you.
You get a pretty good feeling that you can find your way there.
I'll throw him a silver. Just a thank you.
He catches it with deft ease, and it's gone just about as soon as it touches his hand. He's back to work.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
At the airlock, put it on.
As you go to actually open the airlock, it won't open. Won't open. One of the bigger guys that you assume is probably a bouncer for the place comes over. Someone in your party still needs to pay their tab.
Oh, like a silver?
Well, no, if you're already sloshed for a dwarf, you're probably looking at like 3 to 5 gold.
What? Come on now.
We'll say 3 silver.
All right. I give it to the gentleman.
Then he turns and starts taking it to the bar. This time when you try the airlock, it opens easily enough.
Sorry, my mistake. Yeah, I'll just walk away. Yeah.
Trying to get out of paying for your...
Drinking and dashing.
I'm already drunk, but I'm not going to pay for any of it. It's not how this economy works.
Mm.
Anyway, so yeah, you guys are able to follow the directions easily enough, and you get to a very official-looking building.
Are there guards out front? Is it like a public,
Yeah, it's a public building. There are a couple guards standing nearby, but they look more ceremonial than anything.
Okay.
If a scuffle were to start, they'd probably do something about it, but they're not preventing anybody from walking in and out of this building.
Okay. I guess we'll walk in to the building.
Okay.
What do we see inside?
You see essentially a stately public building. The columns look like they were at one point very highly polished marble, but they've become dingy with time and age. It's got grand sweeping arches inside. What look like they were probably very nicely painted murals on the ceiling, but they have grown grimy and dingy with time. It really looks like this was once a very grand building, a lot of care taken of it, but over time it's just succumbed to the grime and dirt of a industrial city.
Okay. Is there a city registrar?
You find sitting right as you enter a desk with a couple individuals sitting behind it. It's actually like a circular desk. A couple different individuals sitting behind it. They seem to be going through paperwork, answering questions for people. All seems to be a very efficient process. People come, they ask a question, they leave fairly shortly thereafter. So.
Do we have to pick a number? And get in line.
You get up to the front. There's not much of a line. Most people are working this time of day. So it's not a huge crowd in here. A few people coming in and out. Most of them seem to be looking for directions within the building. How to get to different offices and such.
And,
I'm gonna push Miss Bill to the front.
I'm waiting to be called upon. Am I up there yet? Or
Yes.
Oh, okay.
They're just kind of busy working on.
Male, female?
What you see, you're kind of having trouble telling. He or she is dressed in a very nondescript outfit. It's kind of a robe setup that doesn't display any kind of curves or features that you would distinguish with either a male or a female. Also wearing a hat that covers any hair that would be there. So you see a little bit on the sides, but it's not enough to tell how long the hair is or...
They're an elf, aren't they?
No. No, as far as you can tell by the features, probably a human. Yeah, you can see the ears, and they're normal human ears. So, yeah, just very nondescript.
Okay, then. Good afternoon. Me and my companions are searching for a family of the name Steadfast. We would like to visit them.
Alright, hold on just a moment. Turns and goes to another part of the counter without ever having actually looked up. Brings over a huge book and sets it down on the table. Opens it up and starts looking. First name?
Well, I don't have one. You see, he was a client of mine a while back, and I seem to have a bit of his property that needs to be returned.
This you kind of get a glance up from them as they're still flipping through the book, and then back down. It wasn't much of a look, just kind of a well, okay, whatever. Flipping through the book, stops, closes the book. No Steadfast in the city.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay then.
Would you like me to double check?
If it wouldn't be too much to ask, we've come a
You can
very
see
long
like
way.
you can see like a visible. It's not audible, but you can just see from the shrug of the shoulders, just a visible sigh. Opens the book back up, goes through the same process of flipping through. There seems to almost be like a procedure for what this person has to do to search for a name. Gets to the page, scans down it again.
Are there,
No Steadfast in the city.
are there any dead Steadfast? Is that something you can look up?
Closes the book, goes over, returns that book to the shelf, and pulls out an even bigger tome and brings it over, slams it down, opens it up, starts flipping through. There is no registered Steadfast in the graveyard. Do you want me to search the crypts as well?
That'd be great if you could.
Slam! Carts it over. Goes and gets a book. This one's a little bit smaller. Apparently there's not as many crypt residents. Pulls that one open. Starts searching through. Then seems to get bright for a second and look. It wouldn't happen to be a stead hold, would it?
Steadfast. F-A-S-T.
No Steadfast in the crypts. Slams the book shut. Do you want me to check exported corpses? Transported bodies out of the city?
If you wouldn't mind.
Cards the book off. Comes back with the largest book you've seen yet, like struggling under the weight of this thing. Slam! Then you hear it dragging wood against stone floor. And then comes up over the top of the book. Is apparently up on a stool at this point. Flips the book open.
The other people's like pages go flying.
Searching. No Steadfast was exported out of the city.
Does that name mean anything in terms of, properties or, stores or anything like that?
Closes the book.
We're ruining this guy's
Down from
day.
the stool. The book you see gradually struggling off the table and then starts turning and heads over the side. You can see them struggling to put the book down back on the shelf. Comes back to you. Would you mind giving me a little while? Explore the colonnades. It will take me a while to search through those books.
They don't believe in volumes here, apparently.
This one does have volumes, and that's the problem.
Is there anything we can help with?
Only registrar personnel are allowed to touch the tomes.
Fair enough.
If you wish to wait here, you may remain. It will simply take me a little while.
Okay, well, take your time, but don't hurry up also. But there's no pressure. You're doing a great job.
You see the resigned look on the slump of his shoulders. Goes back, leaves the circular table area, and actually heads back through another door.
Second ship run.
You earned paid today. You guys are paid, right? I'm gonna ask another person, just another person.
Not enough to cover the chiropractor they're going to need for their back.
Okay. Cool.
It does take a little while. Probably a good 10 minutes later or so, you finally see the door open and out comes the individual you were talking to with like 3 tomes stacked up on top of each other. Comes out, sets them down on the table. I have found 5 records of the name Steadfast. Proceeds to open the first book. Shipment passing through of salted herring going to one Steadfast, there to be passed on to a Sir Brighton further east. Closes that book, moves it to the side, opens up the next one, and goes through several of these listings. What you end up finding out is that each of these seem to have been shipments either into or out of the city, most of them transiting onto other places. But nothing that all pointed at like one person. You've got like 3 or 4 trails to follow. One of them seems to be a company that made a couple of shipments through.
Yeah, so that is a Steadfast like then like a place, almost like a warehouse or something, like things were going into it and then out of it.
That sounds like a possibility.
Okay.
That they were part of a shipping chain type thing. It's not based on the information you gathered. It doesn't sound like it's not necessarily the name of a person. In this case, it's the name of a business, or that's part of the business name. So I'll just put it straight. That's probably not the lead you want to follow. There are 2 other names that it seemed like orders were placed for different things and shipments were brought through. So you're essentially left with 2 different Steadfasts. One is actually back in the city that you came from, and the other is out to the east further.
Okay. And those are names of people, you said?
They seem to be tied to names of people. It doesn't specifically say. The entries don't seem to say. It just the manifest of the shipment said that delivery to Steadfast. As he slams the last book short, the last book shut, English hard, just gives a big old sigh. Is there anything else that I can help you with?
You said there were orders that were shipped to these places, right?
Yes.
From here.
Yes, ma'am.
Did they happen to be orders from Melvin's General Goods?
Opens the book back up to the first entry. Shipment was transiting through, no mention of Melvin's General Goods. Shuts, moves it aside, opens up the next book. Shipment transiting through, no mention of Melvin's General Goods. Flips to another entry, same book. Same pattern continues. It does not seem like any of this was ordered to, from, or involving Melvin's General Goods.
Yeah, but what about General Store? Okay, well, and what was your name? What was your name?
Terry.
Harry. Thank you so much. You've been a great help.
You're most welcome. Carries the books off and starts taking them to the back. Gets about halfway through the desk, comes back. Will there be anything else?
I don't think so, Terry.
Doesn't see anything for the rest of you and just shuffles back off in the back room to apparently reshelve the books.
What a great guy. Very helpful. Man. I don't always get service like that. So. Let's step outside and discuss what we should do next. So we'll step outside
Okay.
and discuss what we'll do next.
You just said that.
Yeah. Okay.
He went from where to leave an impression. Make sure it was clear.
So I think we should maybe, like you said, Mr. Stake out the place and see if there's anything interesting.
Yeah, if there was someone with the name Steadfast, they're not here anymore.
Or just, I mean, see what kind of shipments he gets, or if Melvin leaves, you know, we could follow him, that type of stuff. Is there a back alley, you know, like an alley behind the buildings, or...
Can we investigate the building?
So you're heading
Yeah,
back to
we're
the
gonna-
merchant district?
We're gonna head back there, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
As you get back there, you do some looking around, and yes, there is an alley that goes behind the store as well.
So
Any,
should we watch the front of the back of the store then?
Is there
Yes.
an entrance in the back?
Yes.
I would imagine through the back, but does it look like that's where deliveries come from? Is through the back?
Could be. There's like a pile of refuse out back. It looks like dumpster essentially out the back. That's probably how stuff like that is moved in and out. It looks like maybe some of the stores use it for that, but not all of them necessarily. So it'd be hard to say for
One
sure.
way or another. Okay. What time of day is it at this point?
You're probably looking late afternoon.
Say we go get some food and come back incognito. Stake out the place.
You're saying you don't stand out just a little bit?
That's why I'm saying we come
Perish
back
the thought.
incognito, so I can have a chance to use a disguise kit here.
Fair enough. Okay.
Are we going all the way back to the evil boot, or do we want to find a closer place to eat?
There's some places nearby that you could get something to eat too.
Let's check the reviews.
Yeah, you know, I don't think we want to go far.
Okay.
Yeah, there are small eateries and stuff that are sprung up among the merchant shops, probably catering to the staff of the different shops, and also to customers buying therein.
Mm-hmm.
So you can find just a little eatery to sit at and get some food and drink.
Yeah, let's do that. Is the place we find, is it within eyesight of Melvin's general store?
You can find one within eyesight. The thing to keep in mind though is a place like this, you're probably looking at thicker leaded glass that's probably not fully transparent. So trying to use it as a stakeout point, not the easiest.
Mm-hmm. Okay then, yeah, whatever. We'll just go anywhere then and
Okay.
eat. Okay, now what?
Get some food.
Yeah.
Get some drinks.
Mm-hmm.
When we're done, we'll go and find a place to hide. We watch for deliveries. Typically, deliveries are done after business hours.
Okay. So you guys are able to enjoy a decent meal. Along here, you can find just about anything that caters to at least simpler needs. You're not going to find a 5-star restaurant along here, but all the same, you're able to get a decent food, and then return to your stakeout location.
Is there a sort of restroom in?
There is. If you wanted to go back and use the disguise kit, you could. Why don't you go ahead and roll on that for me? Are you proficient with it?
Yes.
Okay.
What about? How does that work?
Well, you could add your proficiency modifier. I'm trying to think what action this would be.
Deception
Yeah, I'm thinking deception.
or stealth?
Deception.
Yeah, probably. Well, what skill? I don't have a character sheet in front of me. Deception is based off of what skill?
Charisma.
Charisma. Okay, so use your charisma plus your dexterity, or not your dexterity.
Plus my roll. I'm confused.
Proficiency bonus.
Plus your proficiency bonus. So
Okay.
your
Looking
your
at a plus 6.
charisma bonuses plus your proficiency bonuses. Yes.
18 plus 6.
Okay.
You want to use your ship?
No.
Okay.
Fair enough. You seem to come out fairly well disguised.
Perfect.
At least you believe yourself to be fairly well disguised.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna put the steadfast shirt on as my disguise.
There you go.
I'm gonna take the bows off.
Hair just comes flopping down in your face.
Yeah, like normal.
Oh, okay.
You blend in with the night, I guess.
I guess so.
Just started to stick to dark corners.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So how are you staking this place out?
Is there anything to like hide behind, or
Are we sticking out the front or the back?
that's a good point.
That's part of my question.
Mm-hmm.
What do the roofs look like?
They're quite a ways up.
Are
You're
they-
looking.
Are they flat? Are they?
Looking
apron?
around, you see most of the places in here are probably like minimum 4 to 5 stories.
Okay.
Okay.
You've entered industrial era, so you've got taller buildings at this point.
Are there fire escapes?
No.
Does it seem like more likely that deliveries would be in the back of the building than the front?
General business practice, yeah, probably. But that is up to you guys. I'm not gonna give you.
Is the back alley big enough for like a wagon to go through, or is it like a
Yes.
pretty small? Okay.
Is it like an empty alley, or is there rubbish bins and whatnot?
I said that.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't know how much. How crowded is the alley?
I mean, with a full-size wagon riding down it, especially at night, I don't know that you'd want to stand next to the side of the road unless you're pressed flat up against a building or something.
Pretty cozy type like fit.
Especially some of the tighter areas where rubbish bins or whatever are. But there are darker corners that you could hide if you wanted.
Are there any hobos about?
It doesn't seem to be. I mean, you see a couple of grungier-looking individuals, but it doesn't look like there's a lot of hobos around.
Okay.
I say we watch the back. Yeah.
I think
You're
the
all
back
gonna
is
watch
probably
that?
the
The,
best.
the back is always where sketchy things happen. I mean, look, Yeah. Let's do that. Let's stake out the back.
Okay.
I'll stand watching the front.
Okay.
How far away is that? Like, if we're...
From the front to the back.
Yeah.
How?
Straight line distance? The shop's probably only a couple hundred feet long.
I guess, how far into the street is their shop? So we gotta go all the way down the street and then around the corner.
It's a bit of a... It'd take you a couple minutes to run around there.
I was just watching to see if he leaves through the front. So that way if we're just standing there all night, someone will be able to tell he's left already.
Okay. Do you want company?
If you want.
Should we split?
Split the party. Split the party.
Split the party, split. And this is how you kill D&D players. Characters.
I'll. You want me to?
Thanks for specifying.
Clarification there.
Sure. I guess I'll go out in the front with him, and you two can watch the back.
Yep.
All right. Cool. We got a plan. If anything happens,
Yell really loud.
no, don't do that. We're only observing. I think we're only observing. Are we only observing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if Melvin leaves, we don't follow him.
Okay.
Is that what we're doing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But we're waiting for deliveries mostly
Go
or something.
team.
All right. Cool.
All right, then let's do it this way.
Stealth checks.
The two of you that are going to the front of the store,
Mhm.
get out of here.
All right.
Oh boy. Okay.
It's one of these. Bye. Bye. See you
Bye,
later.
Felicia. Oh, I thought you were coming around this way, so I was
No, I think we're good.
We good?
Amazing.
Okay.
All right.
How far do you want us?
Do you want a Mountain Dew back there?
We're gonna play with your power relevant.
Cool.
Okay, careful out there. Sorry for the mess. I was tearing apart a streaming PC. Anyway, so you two are. Yeah, are you stealthing, hiding? Okay, in that case, then yes, I do need stealth checks from both of you. Further back up the alley.
24. Do we add a modifier?
Yes.
Yeah.
24.
24. Okay. So you're hiding further up the alley? Or are you getting like right up on the store, or what are the two of you doing?
Within eyesight of the back door. Eyeshot of the
Eyesight. Well, eyesight sometimes too, but
sight line of the back door.
bye. Where are you going?
I kind of want to be stealthy, but I kind of want to look like a hobo. So if someone were to walk by, they're not gonna like think twice. And probably just gonna think, "Oh, look, it's another homeless person."
Okay. We're not going anywhere, buddy.
When you hide in plain sight.
Yep.
That's
Okay.
what I'm hiding.
So you sit there for a little while. It's gotten dark by this point. You notice deliveries come and go from shops nearby, hauling different goods. You know, there was one wagon load that was clearly like meat from the butcher heading up to a store to be sold. You see a wagon that's got mostly crates and boxes, stops at one store, offloads a few of them, does an exchange with the merchant inside, and then heads off, heads down to another shop, same thing, unloads a couple boxes, moves on. It's not until quite a bit later that a wagon finally pulls up. It's a covered wagon, not big arching covered, but just all the stuff on the back is covered with some kind of tarp. It looks like it's probably oiled canvas type thing, so it's weather resistant. Strapped down tight. You can see the corners of a few boxes and stuff sticking out of it, but it pulls up to the back of the store there, Melvin's General Store, and guy hops down. It's kind of dark where he's at. You have a hard time seeing him. We can pause briefly if we need to do that. Alright guys, we're going to pause real quick. We'll be back in a blink of an eye for you and a couple minutes for us. Okay, so finally a cart pulls up and a man jumps off. You can't really make him out too much. You see what looks like probably like a bowler cap type thing on his head. A jacket that's kind of mimicking tails, but at the brief light that you caught him jumping through, it's a darker color. It's not a black, it's more like a dark brown or something. He walks up and pounds hard on the door there. Waits a couple of impatient seconds and then pounds again. And eventually the door opens and you can see who you believe to be Melvin peering out. And you hear some words passing back and forth.
Can I hear what they're saying?
Roll a perception check. On your character sheet.
Yeah, well, 18.
18?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you can kind of, go ahead and give me one too. See if you hear him.
Ooh, no, I don't think so. 7.
Okay. So mostly what you hear is just some gibberish going back and forth, but you do make out what sounds like an order being passed. You see Melvin handing over a piece of paper, or a small stack of papers. You hear them talking a little bit about pricing and stuff. They seem to be making some kind of business deal. They both walk down to the cart, undo a couple lashes, pulls it back. The man that you saw jump down barks out a little bit. One of his minions, or other guys working with him on the wagon, jumps up there and starts opening up boxes, and they appear to be showing Melvin some different goods and making a deal with him. Some of the exact wording was lost, and that's why I'm kind of paraphrasing here, just with the distance that you're staying back and the noise of the city.
Okay. Is there any signs on the wagon, or
Nope.
do the men that are doing this exchange with Melvin, are they human? Are they?
You can't see them too well. This alley is not well lit. There's a couple lights here and there, but they're more just security to make sure nobody's running wagons into each other. Nobody's getting beat up in the alley. But seeing somebody just sitting there in a dark corner would be a little bit harder. So seeing these guys exactly, they all seem to be humanoid shape at the very least. The one or two people that have stepped into the light, you saw what's probably a human, and or one of them might have been half-elf, but they all seem to be fairly, humanoid. There's nothing that stands out like, oh, that's a dwarf, oh, that's a...
They don't have horns, they don't have tails.
No, not as far as you can see.
Okay.
The one individual that's really stayed out of the light is the one that seems to be directly talking with Melvin.
And they're speaking common.
Yes.
What I'm picking up.
Yeah, what you're picking up sounds like common. Harsh accent maybe, but that's about the worst of it.
Okay. Fair enough. I'm just watching the exchange.
Okay. The exchange seems to wrap up. I don't know if there's anything you wanted to inquire on. Okay. The exchange seems to wrap up, and hands get shook. Melvin goes back inside and kind of leaves the door open just a little bit, and several of the guys start grabbing boxes and carting them inside.
Is there anything on the boxes? I can see any labels.
It seems to just be wood crates.
Nothing
You
stamped
see,
on it, painted on
from this distance it's hard. You see a couple that look like maybe they had logos on them at one point, but it's kind of worn off over time. Nothing like an actual company with company pride moving stuff or anything like that. It's these are just old reused boxes. Some of them are open top, and you can see like bottles jiggling in the top of it type thing, clinking together, or you can see fabrics. Everything that you see seems to suggest that this is an above-the-board deal, that he's buying from somebody that maybe doesn't always have the same wares or something, so they have to haggle and they have to bid and figure out what the price is going to be. But for a general store, that doesn't seem like such an odd thing. I mean, he might have a fixed person for potions or for herbs or for things like that, but this guy seems to be a catch-all type too, where he might have certain items.
Okay. are moving stuff from the wagon into the store? Are they leaving the wagon completely unattended? At this point?
No, it seems like the one guy is staying close to the wagon. He's not really seeming like he's concerned about much, but he's staying nearby. He's supervising. He's kind of staying up on the landing where he can be near the door, but also just kind of keep an eye on things. You don't see him paying a huge amount of attention, like somebody's gonna rob me. But he's got an eye over things. You could approach the wagon without even noticing.
They could or couldn't.
Probably could not. Short of pulling like a Spider-Man or something on him. A few minutes later, Melvin comes out and seems to be going down a list, talking to the guy. Again, hands shook, and this time Melvin hands him a bag of what you assume is payment.
Coin, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And at that point, tarp's getting pulled tight. All the men that got off are hopping back on the wagon, and it starts moving off in your direction. It came from the far side, and it's moving towards you now.
Okay. I'm gonna wait till it passes by,
Okay.
and then kind of look around the corner to see where it's heading next.
It looks like it proceeds down the alley and then turns onto the cross street, heading down toward more the center of town. It's turning away from the merchant passage, but you know from having walked down there that that's pretty much walking traffic only. Occasionally wagons or carriages will come through, but that's wading through a sea of soup at that point. Just all the people walking through there.
Okay. Even this time at night, or?
Well, from what you experienced earlier, at least. You haven't spent an evening in the market district yet.
Fair enough. I'm gonna attempt to follow it.
Okay. How far are you willing to follow this?
I want to see where it stops next.
Okay. It proceeds on for a ways. At this point, it's cutting across this entire district and hits one of the main thoroughfares. Joins a bunch of other carts going different places and starts the direction it's heading. It looks like it's heading straight for the edge of the city.
Okie dokie. Alright. Well, I guess I'm just gonna go meet up with the other two then.
Okay. Well, then we're going to pull a switcheroo. You two are going to head out. And the other two are going to come back. So they're just going to leave me alone on camera by myself. Because that never happens. Alright.
So all the hard work's been done already, right?
Pretty much.
Alright, cool. We're just gonna have an uneventful, calm, maybe slightly romantic evening on the front of the store. Yeah.
I don't really like this whole not knowing what happened to their thing.
Well, you should have been there with them.
How am I supposed to metagame now?
Alright,
Okay.
let's hear it.
You guys are camped out on the front end of the store.
Yep.
Yes, dump truck. That's what this whole campaign is. It's just a heaping dump truck, right? No. So evenings here appear to be a time for casual strolling. You see people not in their work clothes now. It's more just like they tempted a little bit more.
Yeah.
I can't say it's their Sunday best or anything.
Right.
They're dressed up a little bit more, and it seems like everybody's after dinner is out for a nice stroll in the evening. Yeah, just crowd moving back and forth. Some of them are going into stores, but it more seems to be just casual browsing. This isn't the business time when they're heavy shopping. But you see from the bit that you can see through the glass panes there, because these are some of the clear panes that you actually find along this stretch, but you still got it's thicker glass to prevent the smog getting in. What you can see is Velvet's got a couple customers come in and out. He appears to make some sales, and then at one point his attention seems to be drawn to the back. He excuses himself from some customers and heads into the back. Other than that, he's gone for a while. Comes back, seems to be doing something with the register. Heads back to the back again after helping a customer for a little bit, exchanging something, taking a purchase. Heads back to the back, and then he finally comes back and is dealing with the customers again.
Okay.
And that's pretty much what you see going on the front side of the store.
I mean, like, what about like at the end of the end of the workday? You know, like when he's done, does he leave? Do we see the lights go off? Does he just like?
You staying until the entire merchant row shuts down?
I'm just taking it out. Yeah,
At least
just
his store, yeah.
hanging around.
Okay. Well, before that happens, the others will join you.
So we just had a nice, relaxing time outside the front of the store.
Pretty much.
All right. Yeah,
I guess we could have role played maybe a little, but
Yeah, you could have role-played your romantic evening.
Bye.
Aw,
Do we?
what's your name?
Okay, then maybe we need to take a quick break and deal with an upset geekling,
Uh-oh.
and then we'll be back to it
All right.
as the two groups re-meet up.
dun, dun, dun.
Okay, back at it. So as you can see, I now have a co-DM. He was not content with not being over here, so hopefully next time we'll be at Grandma's or something. Right? So sound engineer had to become a co-DM. No, just these ones. Leave the stealth dice alone. You've got 3 sets of dice here. I think you're fine.
Those are special.
Dice got one like his mother.
Yeah.
Where are you gonna go? Okay.
So you
All right.
you
So where we left off was the two of them were staking out the front. You two had finished your stake out at the rear and had come up front to find them, and they're still staking it. So unless you guys wanted to pepper in some of that role play you were talking about.
Well, since all the other couples were holding their hands, I'm holding his hand too.
Okay.
Nope.
It looks more like a father-son thing.
Very, very stout son.
Don't let me interrupt.
He got scared.
Is there any news from the front?
No,
No,
the
no.
front,
Nothing happened over here.
the front was very boring.
What happened to your accent? Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh, okay, you want your tablet up here while we do this. Okay.
The front was very
End your
boring.
point.
Yep.
End your drink.
Customers in, customers out. That's about it.
Watch that in, watch that out.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
He went into the back of the room, the back of the shop several
Yes.
times.
Yes.
Yes.
That's when you guys come in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like a standard delivery. I followed the wagon that delivered the goods. It looked like he was bartering.
Just you?
I don't know.
You weren't the only one there.
Your job just got a whole lot harder.
Uh-huh. Wait till I have to roll a dice.
Uh-huh. You can just have him roll for you.
So
Yeah.
what happened then?
It's a covered wagon. There's no no label on it. It looked like a normal exchange, or what I would imagine to be a normal exchange.
Okay.
Didn't go anywhere suspicious.
No, looked like it was leaving the city.
And is the store still lit up?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we're still in there. Do we want to wait till he leaves and try to break in.
I've got a couple of you looking at me now. I'm not going to answer this for you.
Nope. We could go around to the back and try to break in. It seems like the only other thing to do. If we're not getting in.
Yeah. I ain't no turncoat breaking into things, skulking around.
You're now what?
I'm not
You're not gonna do that.
a turncoat. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'll do it. Whatever.
All right.
But
I actually have okay still.
if the door was open, would you go in?
I only have okay still.
Okay.
I'm a big, noisy, hairy dwarf. I don't think you.
Lost his accent.
Who lost his accent because he didn't have enough alcohol?
It's not there.
Well, maybe you can keep watching that or something.
All right.
How about? So that's what we're gonna do then. We're gonna wait for him to leave. Should we follow him instead of breaking and entering?
I don't know if there's really anything here. Like, I feel like I don't understand his business sense, but I don't feel like there's criminal activity necessarily happening.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking out of character, I wonder if like the merchant is even aware that anything is off.
Yeah.
You've got to be doing this in character, though. That becomes the hard part. Otherwise, it's metagaming. Yeah, that's the hard part with character shows.
Yeah.
You wanna sit on me?
Either that or always carry a notepad with you.
Mm.
You said you can write.
That's true.
I won't make you actually write it out to communicate with everybody, but
You have an inkwell and stuff? Some parchment?
Yeah, I mean that's probably a good way to do it.
You're making her write it out?
no, she can say what she's writing to everybody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just in character you have an inkwell and
Yeah.
stuff like that. You can write.
But you have to
If
say
we ever strip you of your inkwell, though, and your paper, that's when you become a full mute. Just-
But you have to say it in character. Whatever you would write.
I'm writing on my paper that no leads.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think following him would be the next best thing to do. But that's just me.
I'm okay with that.
Alright,
We can tail him after he leaves the shop.
yeah, I think we should do that.
Okay.
Like,
So you
yeah,
guys stay
yeah.
there for another couple hours. It gets into late evening at this point, and the crowds are starting to die out. At this point, you start seeing shops start going dark, doors getting locked up. And eventually, you do see Melvin come out the front very slowly. He pulls the airlock tube, takes from his pocket, pulls out what appears to be a set of keys. You notice he's got the small little bowler on. He's got a jacket that he's put on over top of everything.
So I have a player question. So when the Lockskin has to put his anti-smog mask on, is it over his trunk or over his mouth?
Why would you do this?
I'm just wondering. I'm curious. I'm trying to build a picture in my mind, and that's a crucial component.
Hi.
Little of both, honestly. There does seem to be something at the end of his trunk as well as over his mouth.
Okay.
You're just mean. I tried to create a new and immersive world, and you're gonna ask me, "Oh, how's the elephant put his pants on?"
One leg at a time, just like everybody else.
Has to be specially made.
Probably.
Well, if you think about it,
Yeah.
doesn't that also mean like what was the last character you had? They would have to have a special mask made too, wouldn't they? A tentacle
Oh, yeah, the mind player.
mind flayers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, it should just be like a bowl, and the tentacles are in the bowl.
Oh gosh.
No, it's not a good idea for you to be over on that side. Too much stuff. Okay. Don't go this way. Jeez. Anyway, kids, how'd they fun?
You're pretty good with that.
You say that.
What are you doing?
Okay.
We're not gonna get very far at this point. But either way, so
Ooh,
as he
dice.
leaves,
When he leaves, yes.
he seals up the airlock behind him and then seems to start making his way slowly down the street. He stops, tilts his hat to a couple people that he seems to know, stops and chats with them, and then just keeps on nosing down the walkway.
This is where we tail him.
Yeah.
The people that he's stopping to chat with, are they like other merchants?
It seems to be. Like they're used to catching each other this time of night. Just they work near each other, so it's
Did we see where they came from? Where they worked?
a few of them you see coming out of shops as he stops and passes by, just chats with them. You catch small whiffs of it, and it seems to be mostly just small talk about how business was today and how the weather's been affecting prices and things like that.
Friendly, tense.
Seems to be mostly friendly.
Okay.
It seems like Weldon seems to be okay treated. The times that you see some tension brew between him and others seems to be like other general merchants or wares that you know he deals with. There seems to be some tension there, and like the other merchants don't necessarily want to talk to him. Even though he tips his hat to them and tries to spark up, even a small polite conversation, they don't seem to be happy with it.
Right.
Yes. I mean, we want to tail him all the way to his house or something like that.
Yeah, okay. You will follow him for a ways. He moves into what you assume to be a smaller merchant district as far as just the class level of lifestyle here. He's not working, a factory work or anything, so this is a little bit cleaner neighborhood. But he's also not he doesn't seem to be a very rich merchant either. So he's living within his means in some apartment high-rise, and that's where he heads into.
So he actually goes into like an apartment building.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, well, we know where he lives now. What do we do with this information?
Snoop around. Maybe talk to competitors.
Well, we should have done that back by the store and that.
I'm just talking generally.
Okay.
Almost as if we were investigating a general store.
Okay.
Is that your accent?
Yeah, well,
I do accent all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, I'm gonna take a blow to the head, so I'm gonna start switching accents on you all the time.
yeah, no, I don't know what we expected to happen
Just like that.
when we followed him,
Watch your head. Hi.
So if you want to support Geeks of Glory getting their own recording studio space, check out our website. We will have ways to contact us and to donate to help us get that. Or if you're on Twitch, or make sure there's probably a command to our tipping page. And or just money for a babysitter. There's a horrible glare on the window behind me now. I'm noticing. Well, whatever.
Should we go back to the store? I don't know what to do. I'm new to this whole investigating. Well, I'm not new to investigating. I'm new to like underhandedly doing it.
Do I? No. Do I know that what his previous profession was? Do we all know what his previous profession was?
No, I don't think so. No.
Would I know?
Some people might.
Asking the DM.
I know. I don't think you would.
So. Alright, so generally speaking, I guess if we got the quest to investigate this place, and we should really go to the complainants and see what they have to say about what they're specifically complaining about, if they have any leads there, or if they have any idea where to go, because
Wouldn't other merchants write a formal complaint if they feel he's selling prices unjustly?
aye, we should check the Merchants Guild.
Oh,
Hold on.
brilliant idea.
We're going to pause real quick before I try to deal with this. Alright, now that he's in the other room screaming, not in this room screaming, he's playing with my dice. Anyway, okay, so you guys were deciding what to do after the stakeout.
Aye,
I heard that much.
aye, we're checking with the Merchants Guild.
Not this time of night, you're not?
No, but when it's morning.
Okay. So you guys proceeding back to your rooms? Okay.
I guess we are, yeah.
Yeah, I'm Daddy. That is Mama. Anyway, okay, so you head back to your rooms. Fairly uneventful night.
Alright.
So the next morning, you are making your way to the Merchants Guild. Okay. They have a place just down in the just off the market district. Actually, it's kind of down on one end. It's another one of those stately-looking buildings. Probably a repurposed official building at one point that they've converted into some kind of union hall or guild hall. Yeah, you can roll the dice. Anyway, you go in, and it's got a lot of the same architecture as the registrar's building. Probably built by the same person or group or whatever. Yeah, built after the same style at least. And you find a very similar round table out front.
Good,
Smaller
good,
this
good.
time. Fewer people behind it. Thank you, bud. Bringing back my dice slowly.
So we'll go up to the. I'll go up this time to the. Is there a line or anything?
No.
Yeah, I'll go up to the front and say, what do I say? How do I? I'm investigating whether has there been any formal complaints about Melvin's General Store placed by maybe other merchants or customers after receiving products from him?
Any type of formal complaint like that would be guild business at that point, and not something we would hand out to the general public. Hello, by the way. I hope you're having a nice day.
Haha, yeah. No, well, not so much.
Perhaps we could be changing your mind a little bit.
What are you implying? Just pushes it right back to you. Oh. Thank you for rearranging all my stuff so you can sit here and play on your tablet. Dungeons and Dragons with children, everybody.
What do we do? What do we do now? Jeez.
I help you with anything else?
How? Okay, go on.
Well, perhaps we can get the file that it's in, but mayhaps you can giving us the names of the folk who complained. Just
Once a complaint is registered with the Merchants Guild, such information is not deemed appropriate to give out to the general public.
all right, that's fine.
Is he still wearing the shirt?
Are you still wearing the shirt?
I probably not. No, I would have put my regular shirt on. I have it.
It's a good pajama shirt.
I have it, but
Right.
What?
Yeah.
How would one go about registering a complaint?
If you wanted to register a complaint, you could fill out a complaint form.
Can I have one of them?
Goes over, reaches into like a tray, pulls out a stack of paper and puts it down on the desk. Needs to be completed in triplicate.
In what?
You need to fill out 3 copies.
Okay.
This is very bureaucratic.
Do I have to do it in front of you right here, right now?
No.
I'm gonna take this.
Bring the form.
He
back
doesn't
when it's
care.
complete.
I'm gonna take the stack then. Okay. Well, and what was your name again? Or for the first time, maybe?
Oh.
Looks down at the name tag. Looks back at you. The
Well-
name tag clearly says Jeff, but the reply you get is Wilma. Pleasure to meet you.
Well, thank you, Wilma. You've been
At this point, the guy looks like he's about ready to kill you. Just
you've been
really.
you've been a great help.
I like to point out that all the people we talked to this session have been like either low energy or just like really not thrilled with their jobs.
Reminds me of
You guys
the,
are dealing
Anyone,
with the bureaucrats.
I mean,
reminds me of what's her name from Monsters Inc.
That's kind of what I was going for.
I guess maybe we should talk to the other merchants.
No.
Let's do that.
yes.
That's the next thing we do.
I mean, the thing that I said earlier, the notice. Oh, don't mind me.
So, well, we know what merchants were called to him when we followed him. So let's go to one of those merchant stores.
Okay.
So we're gonna go into one of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
You approach the bakers, or not bakers, butchers.
Butcher's Guild.
We like our meat.
This is the first store that he greeted somebody out of.
No, the ones that he greeted that were called to him.
Oh,
That
the
were called back, yeah.
Okay. Then the first one that you stop by appears to be clothing and general cloth and those types of goods.
Textiles and whatnot.
Yeah.
They decent quality or fine quality?
We'll need an investigation check.
Are we there yet?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, like in the store?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
I rolled a 9.
I rolled a 12.
22.
You got tokens. We're almost done for the evening if you want to burn them.
I got an 18.
Do we get new tokens each time?
I guess you'll have to find out next time.
Oh, wonderful. All right. Burning it.
Roll me a d4.
1.
1.
1.
I like how you guys have only rolled 1s and 2s on that. Alright, we'll roll that d20 again. Tell me what the number on the dice is.
9.
Okay. And then add your modifiers.
10.
Okay. So we got a 10,
18.
18,
19 plus 3 is 22.
okay,
12.
12. There's a reason I was specifically looking for the number on her dice. That didn't have to do with the modifier.
She's like the only one who wears clothes.
As you guys observe around, all the cloth in here seems to be of decent quality. They seem to possibly cater to a wide audience. So there's some that is cheaper made, and then some in a very limited section right next to the counter of finer materials. And then like behind the counter you've got like your top shelf silks and stuff. All of it seems to be of decent, reputable quality though.
Is it just fabric, or is this clothing?
There's clothing, there's other textile type things. So some of it's already made, some of it is just bolts of cloth.
This
seems to deal in
I want to take a piece that is of similar quality to the one I already have from the other store.
Okay.
You know, like the same style or whatever.
I tug at his like, and it's like, Bean, you think it might be a good idea to show him the shirt itself?
Okay. It's a good idea. Okay. Sure. So, well, first what I'll do is I'll bring up the other shirt, and I'll say, how much for this? For this shirt?
The shirt that you found in this store?
Yeah, in that store.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shirt like this, you're probably looking at. Stop it! You're making too much noise. You're probably looking at gold and a half.
Wow.
For a decent quality shirt like this.
The prices were much cheaper at Melvin's general store.
Oh, so you've already been over there, have you?
I'm just shopping around.
You might as well head back. You're not going to find prices cheaper than that. There's no way I can compete.
Well,
No, just go over there.
well, is there a? Do you think that why are his prices so much cheaper?
How would I know? I'm not his bookkeeper. All I know is he is undercutting everyone in this district on almost all the goods.
Is it a quality thing? Have you gone into his store and
Why would I set foot in his store? He's
Well-
cheating the rest of us. I wouldn't do business with him.
Okay, I'm gonna pull out the other shirt then. I say, could you tell me, tell me what you think about this shirt here?
Kind of gives you a funny look. Starts looking over it. What do you have me looking for?
Just the quality of it, if there's any
Looking for
nuances or
I normally don't deal with consignment type work or use things.
But that's just it. I bought this over at Melvin's General Goods. Now, it's a general store, sure. Didn't realize it was consignment until I purchased this with it having an embroidered name tag.
Yes, this is clearly a used shirt. It belongs to someone.
Now, if you were to receive a used article of clothing
I wouldn't receive one.
passed off as new, what would you do?
I would find a new dealer of goods. New supplier. I do not deal in used goods here. I get the fabric in and we actually craft it here on site. All of the textiles you see here are crafted on site.
As it should be.
As it should be.
Have you filed a complaint with the Merchants Guild about Melvin's general store?
Who hasn't filed a complaint against Melvin?
Then why is
He-
no action being
He
done?
seems like a decent enough man. I will give you that. But why has no action been done? What action can be done? He's not a member of the Merchants Guild.
Oh, he's not.
No, or he would be sworn to dealing with certain prices and wouldn't be able to sell as cheaply as he does. So he can't exactly be expelled from it. We have no evidence of him doing anything underhanded. Selling used clothing is not underhanded, so long as he's not selling it at new prices.
Well, we're certainly not doing that. Now, what qual do you have if you're a new clothing? If you're selling new clothes and he's selling used clothes, and he
Well, if he is selling purely used clothes, then I would only have a quarrel with the fabrics that he's selling. But he sells new clothes too, at very cheap prices.
okay.
Yes, we're gonna pop the window out.
What else do we want to find out from him?
At this time, you hear the airlock behind you open. Some more customers coming in and start browsing.
Well, thank you for your help. I
I'm gonna be looking in the finer clothing. Is anything straight my fancy?
There are some definite, some of the materials that would strike your fancy. The clothing isn't exactly what you're used to wearing. It's a different style, different cut. You've noticed from your time in the city there isn't a lot of upper class here. This is a working city, so there isn't exactly a call for the kinds of stuff that you would normally be looking for.
Okay.
But there's fabrics that could be made into the kinds of things you're looking for. They just haven't invested the time to make the items yet.
Fair enough.
What? Help? Help with what? Anyway. So what are you guys doing from there?
Hey, I guess we could be asking why Melvin why he's not in the Merchants Guild.
That'd be a good first step at least.
Okay.
yeah, okay, let's do that. So going back to Melvin's general store.
Cookies.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going back as a group because if we all go in at the same time,
You can go in by yourself.
okay.
I'll wait outside.
Actually, can I have your shirt?
Okay, yeah.
Hold the cigarette again. Go in, complain to him.
Okay, can I come in with you as the person who? No. Yeah.
No, let me go.
Okay. You go in. Yeah, good idea. Good idea.
I'm gonna go storming in. Oh, angry.
Okay. Okay.
To the counter right to Melvin.
He kind of startles a little bit off of his little stool that he's sitting on.
So he is sitting on a little stool.
He kind of starts a little bit. Clearly, he'd possibly been dozing a little bit behind the counter.
This is laying on the table. Can you explain yourself?
My name is Melvin, and I own the store.
I'm well aware, Melvin. I purchased this article of clothing here yesterday as a gift for one of my dear friends. We'll come to find out it is used.
That doesn't seem right.
Well, it most certainly does not seem right.
He takes it. May I? Takes it and starts looking at it. What gave you the... Oh. He clearly found the tag. I shall have to speak to my supplier about this. In the meantime, I will replace this item for you. I believe I have an identical or near identical one back. Would you like a different color, perhaps? Or color? Was the length okay?
Could be a little bit longer.
Would a blue do? A dark blue, because I believe I have a beautiful one in the back. Hi.
Blue would be fine. Can you promise me this is a new item and not consignment?
I promise it was sold to me as new, and if I find any indications, I will look. If it was sold, if it shows any indications of being used, and you actually see an anger building behind his eyes, then I most certainly will not sell it to you. I will be back. He goes shuffling off into the back. Comes back a few minutes later with a dark blue. It's not quite dark enough to be navy blue, but not bright enough to be like a royal blue. But it's a nice dark blue shirt that he sets down on the counter and lays it out to show you. And I see no signs that this is in any way used. I looked it over, every stitch myself. It seems to be in perfect condition, no embroidery tags. And for your trouble, he goes over to the register, opens it up, and then puts down on the counter the amount you paid for it. I am truly sorry that this has happened. I will be speaking with my vendor and finding out what happened to you.
I appreciate this.
As you're leaving, I forgot. Would you like that one gift wrapped as well?
No need. He unfortunately unwrapped it and found that it is used.
I am sorry for it. Trouble this caused.
It is done. Good day, sir. I'll take it.
Okay. You guys all standing outside waiting?
Mm-hmm.
Across the street, down the street?
Yeah,
right out
inconspicuously.
front, staring in the window?
Inconspicuously is a good, yeah.
Okay.
Across the street.
Probably just finding the street corner or something.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, just across the street, there's probably an alleyway that you could just kind of lean against the corner on without being in anybody's way, but without being too conspicuous. As you start making your way over to them, you catch a little bit of movement in the alley.
What do I see? Let me guess.
Perception check.
Cool.
Everybody?
No, just her. She's the only one looking in that direction.
Go.
Oh, should have saved your.
That's an 11.
You saw something move, but you don't see anything now. Whatever it was, like, darted across the alley ahead of you, might have just been a stray cat.
Stray locks it on.
It didn't seem like anything big. It was nothing upright, like a humanoid or anything like that.
Okay.
So what'd you find out? Oh, did you ask him if he was why he wasn't part of the Merchants Guild?
I did not. Instead, I went and complained about your shirt being pre-owned. He ended up giving me my money back and a brand new shirt. One that
Oh, this one.
appears to be a little bit,
This one looks like it fits much better.
yeah, a bit longer.
So I really don't know how he can be. What did he?
He essentially gave me a better quality shirt for free.
What did he say when
he seemed very upset that his that he sold me a pre-owned.
Maybe he doesn't.
I don't think he knows where the goods are coming from, but that doesn't explain why he can sell at low prices.
Well, if he's buying them at low prices, then he can sell them at low prices.
He said he was going to reach to his vendor and investigate it on that manner. But I'm not entirely sure of where that will lead.
That's down.
You know, there is a possibility that he is just a genuine, genuinely fine merchant. Not everyone is evil, I suppose. And down to no good. Up to no good.
Up to
That's how,
no good.
that's how
Pause. Pause. What do you want to do about this?
I'm gonna start croaking loudly
Okay.
and gesturing with my beak towards the alley.
This way?
To the alley that's behind you guys, yes.
Yeah, well, pointing that way.
You have hands too.
They don't have hands.
They
They
got
have wings.
They got
and-
wings
right?
that they can use.
Right.
Yeah, I can
Flapping at it and, generally
I think
causing a
I
commotion.
think they actually do have hands. I gotta look this up again, but
Okay.
I wasn't prepared for this character coming in today. I will fully admit it.
It looked like it had hands in the pictures.
I'll have to take a look.
Oh, okay.
Well,
But I know you at least have something other than your beak you can
Yeah,
gesture
right.
with, even if it's just flat wings.
You're not just like a big bird. You're,
Right, but
you're
that's
like a
not be able
bird
to
person.
fly anymore because
Right, they've lost their wings.
Right.
well, I'll look down the alley where she's looking in.
Give me a perception check.
I'm gonna go running that way because I saw something in there before, but
You're just gonna take off running?
yeah, I'm gonna take off running down the alley, trying to figure out what it is.
I got a 12.
Okay. I'll roll perception. I got an 18.
Also, my speed is 40. Anyway.
Okay. Well, that's fine. As you start darting down the alley, what is your AC?
17.
You're tackled to the ground.
By what?
Yeah, we'll have to find out next session.
Next time.
Ba ba ba.
All right, guys, that is the end of this session. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We will be back next week with more material for you, so stay tuned. Had to leave it on a little bit of a cliffhanger.
Really? Oh. What is it?
All
Who
right,
could it
guys.
be? Is it someone associated with Melvin? I don't know.
Or maybe it's just a screaming geekling. We don't know. Either way, our monk just got tackled.
How far down did she get?
I guess you'll have to just find
Alright,
out next
yeah,
time.
Alright. I have so
Alright.
many questions.
All right. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Take care.